Hello once again and welcome to the drinker.co.uk. I'm Pete Turner, and in this little film we're looking at the wines in the winter going into the spring of 2021 to 2022, and all of these wines come from Aldi, the range Aldi, this season. So we've got two reds, two whites, a rosé and a fizz, as always, and I shall scoot straight through them. We know where Aldi is, slightly discount supermarket, but they do a whole range of really very well priced wines, and I'd look out particularly for the specially selected, of which I think 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are the specially selected range. Really good wines at really competitive prices. So first up we have, this is Coolibura Cabernet Sauvignon from Australia. Those of you who know Australian wine labels can see that Aldi are being a bit cheeky here, because this label looks so much like Penfolds, the great wine producer Penfolds. This is Koolibura, and it's a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's a lovely sort of generous, warm blackcurrant nose to it. And blackcurrant leaf. It's got a real sort of herbal note to it. And it's full and generous and big. And there are big tannins, but they're really well integrated. It's very well structured. It's very fruit forward, and it's a lovely wine. Comes in at $6.49 a bottle. So that's a real bargain there. 14.5% on the alcohol. So it's a big old winter warmer. That's a curling up in front of the fire wine. It drinks really well on its own. It's a really lovely wine. So in contrast then, we have this. It's just labelled up as their specially selected Beka Valley Lebanese wine of Lebanon. So it comes from the Beka Valley in Lebanon, wine of Lebanon. It's 14.5% in alcohol. This one's $7.99. Lebanese wine, really good. If you look out for Chateau Moussard, which I think Majestic sell, and a couple of others, do look up Chateau Moussard. You're paying £25 to £30 a bottle for it, but it would make a great Christmas Day wine. So this, I don't suppose, is anywhere near the elevated status of Chateau Moussard, but it does have a lovely sort of complex fruit and earthy and herbal nose to it. So I'm getting black cherry and blackcurrant and rosemary on the nose. And those Mediterranean herbs, they carry forward with it, and the tannins are quite drying, but the herbal Mediterranean element is really quite dominant and very good. So it's complex and fruity. The tannins, because they're so big, probably mean that this is more of a food wine. So there's your curling up in front of the fire wine, and this will be your eating with a stew or a bolognese on a cold winter's night wine. So lovely wines, interesting sort of contrast, both full-bodied and both big, but very slightly different. Okay, so next up we have this Mimo Moutinho. So this is a grape variety called Lauriera. This is one of the main grapes that goes into Vinho Verde. This is Portuguese, so it comes from that sort of northern Iberian part of the world, and it's lovely. It's 12.5% in alcohol. It's $6.49 a bottle. And it's, tropical. Pineapple is coming to mind. Yeah, and on the palate, it's, peach. It's like a tropical fruit salad. Really lovely wine, complex and lots going on there. So you think of all those different sort of tropical fruit. I'm getting pineapple, mango, peach, and some lovely citrus there. It's a beautiful wine. At that price is a right bargain. Good, real, proper party wine for the winter season. So do look out for Mimo Moutinho. Next up, by contrast, don't know if you can see that, I bought it because I really love the label, and it's a heavy bottle, $6.99 a bottle. It's a Roussanne from the Pays d'Oc in the south of France, $6.99. And this is, whereas that was more tropical, this is more sort of almond and a blossom White floral blossom I'm getting. Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely body. It's fresh and zippy and acidic, but in a really, really good way. And it's I have such a slight hint of lemon peel about it. Beautiful wine at the price. I say $6.99. I think that just looks like a really classy bottle. Lovely wine. Well done them. So next up, another one with a classy looking bottle. This one looks like a perfume bottle or a spirit bottle, I suppose. $6.99. It is Grenache and Sanso Rosé, again from the Pays d'Oc in the south of France. And at $6.99, beautiful and pretty. And it's got a lovely hint of crushed raspberry to it. Possibly slightly underripe raspberry. And again, really well made. Quite simple, quite primary, but I like that in rosé. For $6.99, and we should be drinking rosé in the colder months, that's a perfectly decent house rosé. It's lovely stuff. Really, really super wine. Yeah, fresh and pretty and elegant and everything I want a rosé to be. Okay, so we're finishing off with another rosé, but it's a Rosé Fizz. This is an organic Prosecco rosé. Rosé Prosecco is a newish thing. It's probably only the second year they've made it. They just changed the rules. This is $8.49 a bottle, and again, it's really beautiful. I poured this a while back, but the bubbles are still persisting, so that's great. A great sign. And yeah, strawberry. Immediately getting strawberry, and yeah, there's a lovely greenness to it, a little bit sort of watermelonness to it. And that's really, really lovely. Sometimes Prosecco, white Prosecco, can be a little austere. But the pinkness to it, the red fruit element to it, really brings it alive and really opens it out. I have in previous films from Aldi recommended the white version of this, which is very, very good as well. So I'd look that out. So there we are. 6 really super wines from Aldi. Really affordable, really lovely wines. A lot of good quality in there. Do look for their specially selected range. I've been Pete Turner. You're on thedrinker.co.uk. Go to that website and you'll see all of my recommendations from Aldi and all of the other supermarkets. And for now, I would say give us a like, give us a subscribe, and have a lovely, lovely winter and spring. Cheers now.